It's Wednesday night after a long day, and the last thing you want to do is cook dinner from scratch. But you still want a satisfying, tasty meal without the guilt? Enter your freezer's sidekick, Cauliflower. From thin and crispy cauliflower crust pizzas to all-natural white meat chicken tenders and more, Cauliflower is gluten-free always, satisfies every craving, and is ready in minutes. Cauliflower is available in freezer aisles nationwide. Visit eatcauliflower.com/where-to-buy to find a store near you.
Boat docks in Helsinki.
The end.
Thanks, everybody.
All right, done. Next episode.
Critical Hit Punch All Nazis is a production of Major Spoilers Entertainment and was produced and edited by me, Stephen Schleicher. If you would like to get a behind-the-scenes making of this episode, be sure to check out the GM Roundtable Octoon Cthulhu Edition at our Patreon page, patreon.com/Major Spoilers. Each week I discuss my plans for the upcoming game session, and Dr. Brad Will is there to share his reactions and advice on how to be a better game master. I will warn you, though, there are spoilers galore in every installment of the GM Roundtable Octoon Cthulhu Edition. So, if you don't like spoilers and don't want to know what I am planning next, don't listen to these episodes. Though, I will say, if you do listen, you'll be able to see how and where the players throw a wrench into my plans, and you're also going to have greater insight into the world that's being built into this campaign. Finally, we want you to record yourself doing your best on Critical Hit and send it to us at podcast@majorspoilers.com, and your voice will join the growing chorus of fans in upcoming episodes as well. Thank you again for listening this week, and here's hoping all of your dice rolls are critical hits.
This podcast is copyright 2025 by Major Spoilers Entertainment, LLC.
Trading shouldn't have barriers. When Robinhood started, it was built to make trading more accessible. Now Robinhood offers more sophisticated trading tools. Experience the future of trading on Robinhood Legend, the all-new desktop platform that harnesses intuitive design to deliver a seamless experience for traders. Free to use with a Robinhood account, Robinhood Legend is designed for how you trade, with powerful charts including custom intervals down to the tick, and over 80 indicators and drawing tools. Trade all your favorite assets, including popular stocks and ETFs, all in one place. Take your trading to the next level by customizing your layout in seconds, and even enter and exit positions in one tap, right from the chart, with up to 8 charts per layout. The future of trading is fast, powerful, and precise. Experience it now on Robinhood Legend. Sign up today. Investing is risky. Robinhood Financial LLC. Member SIPC is a registered broker-dealer. Other fees may apply.
It's Wednesday night after a long day, and the last thing you want to do is cook dinner from scratch. But you still want a satisfying, tasty meal without the guilt? Enter your freezer's sidekick, Cauliflower. From thin and crispy cauliflower crust pizzas to all-natural white meat chicken tenders and crowd-pleasing snacks, Cauliflower satisfies every craving. Cauliflower's products are your favorite comfort foods, but made better for you and gluten-free always. The best part? You don't have to sacrifice taste or time, so you can honor your cravings without compromising. Craving pizza? You can enjoy Cauliflower's delicious margarita pizza for only 370 calories for half the pizza. Looking for easy snacks that kids and adults alike will love? Cauliflower's baked, never-fried pizza snacks are nostalgia reimagined and ready in 5 minutes. Cauliflower's products are available in freezer aisles nationwide. Visit eatcauliflower.com/where-to-buy to find a store near you.
Does anyone speak Finn?
I don't. I don't speak Finnish, and I don't speak Swedish. So we're going to have to hope a little bit of French and German get us through.
I imagine a lot of people speak French.
Or Polish, maybe.
Somebody comes up and says something to you in Finnish.
Yes, thank you.
What language do you use?
Well, here's the thing. I could answer in one of the languages that I have, or you could let me give you one threat, assuming this is our current threat and momentum.
Yep, that is.
To activate my polyglot talent, which means I could basically get the gist of anything that people say in Finnish for the rest of, like for a scene or whatever.
Okay, sure. I'll take that threat, and you kind of get the gist that the person is asking you if you have a place to stay or do you know where you're going. Welcome to Helsinki.
Yeah, we just need some place to stay. I guess we need place, sleep for us. Thank you.
He points you down the street, and sure enough, there are a row of, like, I don't know what Helsinki looks like in the 1940s. I'm sure it's a very beautiful place. All of our Finnish fans will let us know. And but yeah, there's a bunch of row hotels right up next to the docks.
All right. We'll pick something that looks economical.
Oh, hello in Finnish.
This person twice more time.
How may I help you?
How many of us are there now? 6?
6.
Correct.
Need lodging for 6.
Assuming we didn't lose any in the star
course.
wipe.
Nope, you did not. So yeah, he takes some of your money and he gives you 3 sets of keys, and you guys can go upstairs to your rooms. These rooms are kind of, this is right up by the water. It's not super nice. This is not luxury. This is like places where sailors will crash, that kind of hotel. So the beds aren't great. The floors are wooden and bare. There's some basic curtains on the windows, but there are no fancy accoutrements in this space.
Okay.
The bathroom is down the hallway.
Okay.
It looks like a Shoggoth has used it recently.
Gross. I am going to try and find a phone.
Sure, there is no phone in this hotel, but if you go outside and down the street, there is a phone booth. This one is blue. It's got glass all around it, and you can make out that it says telephone.
Okay. I'll let everybody know that I'm going to go call it into headquarters.
Okay. The interesting thing about the streets are there are a variety of just different people walking around. You see sailors, you see merchants, you see Russians, you see there's some Black Sun guys walking around. Definitely probably a Nazi or two walking around. This isn't an occupation yet. Heads up, Finland. But yeah, nobody seems to mind that there is this whole group of people from various places all walking the streets.
Okay. Well, I try not to look conspicuous.
All right. Roll me a coordination and stealth.
Okay.
We'll make it a D1. You gave me a threat. I'll see if I can get you a momentum back.
Oh, thanks. /R 2D20 less than 12.
That's not bad. Hey, one success. Yeah, nobody really pays attention to you. They're all doing their own thing on this kind of a overcast spring day. It's a little chilly, nip in the air, and yeah, so you're able to get to the phone booth and place your call.
Okay.
Operator, how may I direct your call? This is
right. Kent, England, please.
Hold, please. And you hear clicks and clacks and blah, blah, blah. And then you hear, what number are you looking for, sir?
Whatever the number for that house is. 8.
All right. 8.
I don't know.
All 8.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hey, this is Dutch.
Oh, Dutch. Typically on these lines we use code words, but okay. Go ahead.
That's my code name.
The code phrase.
Oh.
Code phrase that pays.
Sorry, I didn't know if I had to use it beforehand or now.
Yeah, now would be a good time.
Okay. I'll use it next time.
All right. She just kind of blows you off like a stupid American. Go ahead. What can I help you with?
We are in Finland. We have the thing that we were looking for. So we'd like to have some help getting back to England. We can figure it out. There's some Jerry's on the ground.
Oh, yes. Finland is. Yes. Right now, yes. Okay. Very well. I'll pass it along. Hold, please. And you hear weird clicks on the line, like.
Mm-hmm.
And then a few moments later, she comes back on the line and she's like, yes, there is a British ship that will be leaving port tomorrow morning that you can get passage on. Just use the phrase and try not to look too conspicuous, and you should be fine.
Okay.
Anything else?
She gives me the time and dock.
Yes.
What?
It is, you have to leave at 8 a.m. at Dock B2.
What?
The dock.
Yeah, I'm here. What?
Myth.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Thank you. Hang up. Say hi to your sister for me. Hang up.
Yes. She says, yes, of course. She asks about you never.
I know.
All right. So you hang up, and of course, there's a little old lady standing outside the phone booth waiting patiently for you. This has taken several minutes for you to do. And so when you get out, she seems a little agitated. As she raises up her umbrella to give you a whack, you notice this black, like fungus-like thing on her hand.
Mm-hmm.
You have seen this before.
I'll actually point at my wrist, like basically the part of my wrist where that thing is for her.
Mm-hmm.
And try to get out of it.
She instantly covers up her wrist and looks at you like you're some kind of a person that's about to assault her. She seems very offended.
She doesn't, but did she seem like, oh, I don't want you to see my gnarly fungus, or?
Yeah, kind of that was the reaction that she had when you pointed to her wrist and then your wrist, and she just covered it up like, how dare you look at my wrist and what is going on.
I'll just take off.
Okay.
I'll just run away from her.
Okay.
Back to the hotel.
She looks at you and since you've run away from her, we can't see anything that happens to her eyes.
Okay.
Hey, look, everybody, there's Dutch.
Yep. I'll get everybody together. It's like, okay, we gotta be at this pier at 8 a.m.
All right. Seems pretty straightforward.
Yep. If for some reason I don't make it, you just have to give them the code phrase.
Got it.
You now have 24 hours in Helsinki.
Mm.
I'm hungry.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, let's find something to eat. Again, keep your heads down. Like, I saw. I guess not again. I haven't even told you. There's like Nazis here. There, like I saw a couple Black Sun, like specifically Black Sun guys. So we got to try and keep a low profile.
Yeah. That's...
Fortunately, we still look like disgusting Russian peasants. Not that there's anything disgusting about Russian peasants. I'm just saying these are the same clothes we've been wearing for like 2 weeks. So
maybe we should see about a new wardrobe.
yeah, or a laundry at least. But let's find something to eat first.
Yeah, sure. You go out into the streets, all 6 of you, and as you are wandering up and down the streets, you go deeper and deeper into the city, and you find a couple of cafes. One on the left side of the street and one on the right side of the street. The one on the left side of the street looks like a greasy spoon kind of place. Like the smells coming out of that place evoke like fat and grease and smoke. And on the right side of the street, it's a little bit more upper class, but it looks like their offerings are less. They look like they probably have some traditional Helsinki foods, whatever those may be. Finns, please write in and tell us what is your traditional Finnish foods. What I'm sure you don't have a lutefisk or anything like that. I think that's Swedish or Norwegian. But I'm sure that this place looks like it has some kind of jellied something meat in an auger of some kind.
Fried herring.
Yes, in a Jello mold auger.
Let's. I don't know. What do you guys think?
I think maybe we should stick with the cafe.
Okay.
A little bit low key.
So you're going into the smelly one?
Yeah.
Okay. So you enter the smelly one, and sure enough, it looks a lot like, hey, these are the common people. There's there's a William Shatner at the bar chatting up with a young lady from
Greece.
From Greece, yes. And so you're all able to find a couple of booths to sit at, and people kind of look at you when you first come in, like, what are Ukrainians doing here? And you're able to sit down, and the waitress comes up and hands you a couple of well-worn, greased-through paper menus. They have, like, you can tell from the words, Rodrigo, that these are the meat dishes, and it looks like there's some kind of a meat stew. There's some kind of a meat loaf. There's some kind of a meat inside of a sheep's stomach. There is some kind of a fish thing that is fried. And there are potatoes are your only vegetable choice. You can have them fried or mashed or hashed.
I'll tell everyone as much as I can about it. And just be like, you guys want stews all around?
Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. The waitress comes back, and if everybody will roll me an observation plus insight, D1.
Oh, this is what I'm good at. Hooray.
1 success and 1 complication.
All right.
Observation and insight.
2 successes.
On 1 die.
The other die. Yeah.
Impressive.
Now roll your complication.
Yeah.
3 successes.
All right. 3 successes.
All right.
2 successes.
3 successes.
4 successes.
Maybe
3
4. Does sight or
1, 2,
instinct?
3. Yeah, sight would definitely roll in.
Okay, then 4 successes.
All right, so that'll take you guys up to 5 momentum already. All right, yeah. So the stew all comes back for all of you, and I don't know, how hungry is everybody? I mean, it smells good.
I mean, it really depends on whether we ate anything on the
boat.
trip here. Yeah.
Yeah, not really. They didn't have food and beverage service.
Yeah, so probably pretty hungry.
All right. So, Carlos, you dig in and you just start chowing down on this. Everyone else gets a spoonful, and they look down and they see the black fungus on all the meat.
Oh,
Hmm.
Hey, Dutch there. I might want to
Hold
slow
on.
Now,
down.
what happened? What?
Take a closer look at the
Mold.
stew there. I think it's
Oh,
a little off.
Yeah, now you see the black fungus on just the meat, not on the vegetables, just on the meat.
okay. Well, that's gross.
Your complication is you have consumed the what we will call, for the purposes of this exercise, you have consumed the crawling chaos.
Good.
Oh, that sounds
Hmm.
terrible.
Uh, Carlos, if you would you roll me a will plus resilience D2?
I'll spend a momentum on it.
Okay. Hey,
4
okay,
successes.
4 successes. Okay. You got 6 momentum back. You do not feel anything at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
There is no negative reaction at this exact moment, though. The very fact that you are someone of a refined palate,
Mm-hmm.
and now that you see this black fungus stuff growing, is pretty repulsive to you.
Yeah.
But as of right now, there is no side effect.
Okay.
You guys look around and you notice that there are other people who are eating the same stew that you are. They don't seem to notice that there is any black fungus growing on any of the food, and they just seem to be going about their day.
Do Valentino's
Yeah, they're fine.
entourage do they see it?
Oh yeah. What Valentino sees, they sees.
Okay.
Okay.
They
All
kind of
right.
push that back, and they're making some grumbling sounds like, "What is this?"
All right.
And
Well,
one of them just kind of raises his finger and shouts at the waitress, "What is going on here?"
Whoa. No.
Yeah.
Take it easy.
Waitress comes over. "I'm sorry. What?" And she seems to speak a rudimentary English.
Hey, let's just
Yeah, look at this. This is rotted meat.
calm down there, Drum. Do just get some extra potatoes here.
I don't see anything wrong with this stew. She takes the stew away, shaking her head, kind of looks back, gives you guys a dirty look. She goes back into the kitchen. You can hear some yelling. And then in a few minutes, she comes back out with some potatoes that probably are not cooked all the way through just because you've insulted the cook's meal.
Great.
But you've got potatoes.
Extra starchy, just how I like them.
Yeah.
Lizgo's just chowing down on potatoes. We'll take them extra crunchy.
Yeah, they taste pretty good. Because they are, not fully cooked through, a little bit more raw. They taste great. Not as good as that meat would have tasted. If you want to eat the meat, I'm sure you can. But,
Hmm.
I mean, secretly,
Just-
you're already dead, so it's cool.
no,
Why
he's
you
not
gotta say it
dead.
like that? Nah, the extra on there doesn't seem appealing.
Okay. Yeah, there just tends to be some of the customers are looking around at you guys, like, who are these people that just wander in and then start yelling and screaming about the quality of this food? How dare they? You can see, for everybody, you can see that here and there are some people that also appear to have these black splotchy things on their faces, sometimes on their neck. People who do not have the splotchy things seem to not pay it any mind. It's almost like they don't see it or are not aware of it. But even the people who do have the black splotchy things, they have no problem eating the black fungus food.
Have we ever been certain whether the people realize that they have the stuff on their
It used to be that they couldn't see it.
Mhm.
It used to be we were the only ones that we knew who saw it.
Yeah,
But
so that
now
lady was the
some
first
people-
one. Okay.
Well, before that lady in the phone booth, which I tell you guys about,
Whoops, sorry.
there was someone else I know we encountered someone else who saw the fungus on themselves, I think. So
Well, at
this
one
is-
point, the brigadier saw it.
Yeah.
So yeah, there was that. So there are some people who are aware of it.
Yeah. So my guess is just whatever's happening, it's getting bad enough that now people can actually see it.
I'm just
But-
worried that somehow they might notice us not having it and decide we are not part of the in crowd.
We're not the only ones who don't have it, right?
Yeah. There's like half this place doesn't have it.
Okay.
No.
A gentleman walks in and he's very neatly dressed. He's kind of walking kind of stiff, almost like he's not in control of his body. He walks in and sees all of you sitting down. He looks at his watch and he says something to the effect of, "I have arrived too late." And he turns around and leaves.
What?
Okay.
I assume that was in Finnish.
Yeah, sure.
I'll tell them what it sounded like.
Guess he missed his party.
I don't know. It's a weird line of work. It's like something like that. Back in the day, I wouldn't think twice about it. Just somebody being weird. But now I'm like, I don't know. Did he just looked stiff?
Yeah, he looked like he was walking stiff and, straight back, walking like, hey, this is a body and this is how a body is supposed to move.
Mm.
And then he saw the six of you and then he looked at his watch, said what he said, and then turned around and left.
Okay. You didn't notice any sort of weird smile or buggy eyes on him, did you?
I mean, anybody can roll me an insight and observation.
Sure.
D1.
I could do that.
So Blisco, here's what you observed. You're, of course, busy eating your potatoes. You noticed that this man walked kind of stiff, like people that you saw when you were in Belgium. But it happened so fast for you, you didn't have a chance to look up and really pay attention to this man because you were eating potatoes so much. Is there anyone else rolling insight and observation?
Yeah, if I can, I'll do it.
Yeah, everybody can. Yeah.
All right.
Matthew, you get 2 successes. You had a good look at this guy, and you could swear when he looked at his watch and blinked that his eyes did not blink up and down, but you could have swore they blinked vertically instead of horizontally.
Oh,
Got to take a breath.
Damn it. Beat me to it.
Let's see. Valentino. Yeah, you've seen these mannerisms before a lot.
Bit yithish.
Yeah. You guys are at max momentum.
We've been very observant today,
You have. Good job.
as opposed to normally.
well, we spent an undisclosed amount of time in a Finnish freighter.
It was like 12 hours. 6 hours. Sorry, because you left at way late at night and you arrived first thing in the morning. No, this was a like a ferry.
Fairy. So, Valentino, does that guy seem weird to you?
Yeah, I think those were another one of those fellas that or at least I've been seeing off and on.
Okay, well, keep your eyes peeled because you seem to be able to clock them before the rest of us can.
There seems to be a big commotion going on outside down the street. You see some people kind of walking quickly down the street, kind of in the way that man was walking when he left the Greasy Spoon Cafe.
Yeah. Do we want to go check that out, or do we want to?
Well, at least peek out and see if we can see anything.
Yeah, so you peek out and there seems to be a crowd growing like just down the block. Somebody is crowd is formed around somebody who is screaming very loudly at the top of their lungs. You can tell Carlos that this man, it's a man, number one, and number two, he seems to be in some kind of hysterics.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, let's go check it out just in case. I'll pay.
Yeah. Yeah, a couple of other people leave the cafe with you because when you open the door, of course, the noise is louder and people looking out the cafe window see other people kind of rushing down to see what's going on. And by the time you guys get down there, there's quite a crowd of people kind of pushing in to see what's going on. And there's just the man that you just saw convulsing on the ground, screaming, grabbing his head and his eyes, and screaming something in Finnish that sounds like they took me, something along those lines. He is just screaming in insanity, and police kind of walk in and they start pushing themselves through the crowd until they get up there, and you can hear them yelling things back and forth. You hear one man blow a whistle, and somebody else goes rushing off down the street to find a police phone of some kind. Everybody roll me a... Would you guys rather be observant or would you rather be observed?
I feel like I would rather be observant.
Okay, everybody can roll me. Everybody can roll me an insight plus observation D2.
There's my usual observation rolls.
There you go. You are very Blisco. You are very preoccupied by this man that you saw just moments ago in the cafe, screaming and convulsing at the top of his lungs on the ground. That you don't notice anything going on. Same way with you, Doc. As a doctor, you are very concerned that, hey, here's this man thrashing about. It looks like he is having a fit of some kind.
I'll use a momentum.
Okay.
Got 0 successes and a complication. Baby.
Please, if you would, roll me a will plus resilience.
Is this to resist being intimidated, threatened, or to resist fear or panic?
No.
Okay. Then I'll spend a momentum.
Okay.
2 successes.
2 successes. Very good. Yeah. Your heart's beating a little faster and you're sweating a little bit, but right now nothing is going on with you. Valentino, you've already seen this guy. You've seen this kind of a fit before. And as you're looking around the crowd, you can see that there are definitely some Germans in their Nazi uniforms poking through and also looking at this and also looking around the crowd. Their eyes fall on you for just a brief moment, but there does not seem to be any indication that they know who you are.
That's good. Maybe we should get out of here, fellas.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep. As you turn and leave, you can see a couple of people in long black leather coats also approaching the crowd, and you hear the sound of an ambulance in the distance approaching.
Long black leather coats.
Yeah, like you would see the Black Sun wearing.
Oh, I hate those guys.
I was like, oh, look, cobblestones.
Yeah.
Famous Finnish cobblestones.
One of your meat shields, Valentino leans into you and says, "Hey, Sergeant, what's going on? This is all real creepy and stuff. Why is the food rotten and these people are acting weird?"
I mean, that's just kind of par for the course for our adventures. I don't know. Do you know anything about people being yiffed or something?
A what? A yiff? No, they just told us that we might encounter something like what we see in them Universal pictures. They didn't say anything about this. This is getting a little bit too weird for us. I mean, we were in England 1 minute and we blinked our eyes and we're in Russia. I don't know if I signed up for this in the right way.
Oh, let's just try to get you back to base and you can decide where you want to be.
I mean, I'm all for protecting you, Sarge. Don't worry, but this is weird.
Yeah, it's certainly weird. Yeah, again, let's just keep our head low. Let's not try to draw attention to ourselves. Let's just get back to the hotel room and wait this out.
Okay. Is that where everybody's going, is back to the hotel room?
Yeah, it seems like got a place as any to lay low.
Okay. So you go back to the hotel, and as soon as you walk in, you see the clerk behind the counter. He looks at you, and he just kind of follows you as you all walk up the stairs.
Okay.
But
Hey, what's up?
his
It's an
eyes follow us, or he follows us?
his whole head turns, and his body turns, and he just follows you guys as you walk through the lobby and up the stairs to the second floor where your rooms are located.
You doing okay there, pal?
Yes, sir, of course.
Oh, okay. I mean, whatever, man. He works here. Maybe he has something to do upstairs. So,
I mean, he's just following you, like watching you go through the space.
oh, okay.
Let's see. Everybody, roll me a sure will plus resilience again. D1.
Alrighty.
Resilience 3, will 10. Hey.
For the
Woo.
first time, Blisco, of all the hotel clerks you have ever met, this guy definitely is giving you the creeps. In fact, Brian and Doc, this guy is definitely giving you the creeps.
Can I use my Dauntless talent, or can
Yep,
I spend
you
on
can use
myself?
Dauntless here.
Okay.
Yeah, you can use Dauntless here.
3
Now
successes.
you are max momentum, but yeah, you guys have one of those creepy chills that run over your body, and you all get the goosebumps.
How many rooms did we
Not
get?
the R.L. Stein kind. 3.
3.
Yeah, 2 per room.
Do you want to maybe group up a bit more than that and sleep in shifts?
Yeah, let's do that.
All right, so there is a north room which is near the outside wall, and so there's a window that looks over the street. There is the middle room, which is in the middle, and then there is the south room, which there is another room, another hotel room next to that. So there's like 4 in a row on this right side of the hallway. You guys have the north, the middle, and the south rooms. Which 2 rooms do you want to occupy?
What's the window situation?
Yeah, so in the north room is the only one that has a window, and it looks down into the street in front of the hotel. And you can see people walking up and down the street, going about their business. You can see the harbor just in a short distance away, and you see all sorts of ships coming and going, and crates going on and off. Yeah.
Okay. Let's stay there. We'll just
All 6 of you in a 2-person room.
all 6 of us pile in there for now.
Okay. It's a very tight, crowded space. Like
Yeah.
2 people can sit on one of the beds, 2 people can sit on the other bed. There is 1 chair, and that's it. But it's pretty tight.
Okay. We'll do this for now until it looks like that whole mess down there's been cleared.
Yeah, this was quite a ways away.
Yeah.
Like 6-7 blocks away
Sure.
from where your hotel is at. So it didn't appear that anybody followed you. But
Okay.
if you guys want to do some rotations to look out the windows on, every, I don't know, hour or something, just whoever doesn't have a seat will take a
Sure.
shift at the window looking out.
We'll do that.
Okay, who wants to go first?
I do.
All right, Doc, roll observation and insight D2, please.
Observation and insight. Plus the D2. I would like to use a monument.
Well, we have momentum, but I'll let you use one of those. Hey, 1 success. You look out the window and you spend an hour. Hey, look, there's boats and there's birds, and you seem distracted by boats and birds. Who would like to go next?
I
I'll
can
go.
go.
All right, Valentino, you're going to take your shift.
2 successes.
Hey, 2 successes. Very good. You notice that every once in a while, some people will kind of just stop in the middle of the street, and they just look like normal people. They don't look like they're walking weird or anything like that. But you do, I mean, this is quite a ways. I mean, it's second floor, and they're probably, 50 feet plus away. But they just kind of stop and look up at you like they know you're up there. And then they just continue on their way.
If I see this happen a couple times, I think after like the first 2 times, I'll grab my mask and wait. And the next time I see another person stop, I'll put it on and see if they look any different.
Yeah, so you look out and you don't see any dead people. They still look just kind of the same.
Okay.
No ghoul activity or no ghost activity, no possessions on this thing that you know of. But you do know that there are people stopping and observing what look to be your window.
Yeah, I'll relay that to whoever's awake.
Looks like Helsinki's youth country.
Maybe. I don't know.
They
I was
don't look
kinda
like. I
hoping.
mean, the people that you've observed don't act like Yithian behavior.
Kinda hoping
Okay.
since they told me I was supposedly the chosen one, and it took the chosen one to wear this mask, maybe they'd look somewhat different, but
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
no such luck yet.
Maybe you're multiple chosen ones.
I guess maybe.
All right, who is after Valentino?
I'll go.
All right, it is now 12 noon. Observation and insight, please.
Woo!
Hey, 2 successes. Sure enough, you also see these people stopping at the door, and because you're, in a heightened sense of observation, at one point it sounds like someone comes up to your door and is listening outside the door. You hear this slow shuffling down the wooden hallway,
Hmm.
and they stop, and you think you can hear some breathing out there, but you're not for sure. And then you hear the footsteps shuffle back down the hallway to the middle room, and you hear a soft knocking on that door and a pause. Then you hear a couple more steps to the south room, and you hear a knock and a pause. And then you hear the footsteps shuffle back down the hallway, creaking and shuffling, creaking and shuffling. Carlos, roll me a will plus resilience, please.
Okay.
D2.
Can I use my Dauntless talent?
No.
I'll spend a momentum.
Okay. Ooh,
one success.
You've been kind of sitting quietly in this room, just feels stuffier and stuffier because there's 6 people in a room designed for 2.
Mhm.
And you're like really, really sweating now. And you kind of hear a weird, like high pitched buzz, almost a trilling sound in your head. So that is going on. That is an ongoing effect.
Okay.
If you would, observation and insight, please. D2.
I am bad at this, but I'll spend a momentum.
All right. No, is that 1 success?
No. I haven't rolled yet. Sorry.
Oh, that was the other one. Okay. Hey, 3 successes. You guys are
Yeah.
full momentum again. Yeah, you take your turn at the window. The sweating and the trilling sound in your ears continues, and as you're looking out, you also see people stopping and staring. And at one point, you see a little girl. She's carrying a little balloon. She and her mother stop, and they both look up at the window right at you, Carlos. And the little girl raises her hand, and she gives you a little wave. And you can see on the palm of her hand is a big old patch of black fungus that just runs down her hand and down up her arm and disappears into her coat sleeve.
Valentino, how many people did you see looking up at us?
It was like 4 or 5, I think.
Mm. Okay, well we're on track for that. I'll wave back.
Yeah, she waves and she kind of gives you the finger to, come down.
Like she wants to talk.
Yeah, she's like, and the mom too is also kind of looking at you, at the same time. And if you're super observant, which you are because you got a 1 on that,
Which I am this time. Yeah.
Yeah, You notice that the mother is holding on to the other hand of the girl. They're not wearing gloves, which is weird because tuberculosis. But you notice that on the girl's left hand, you can see that fungus appears to be going off of that girl's hand and intertwining with the mother's hand. And you can see with your very keen observation, you can see that there appears to be like a growth on her neck that almost looks like it's following veins up the side of her neck and into the back part of her head. And she's just kind of smiling blankly at you,
Okay.
like a Children of the Damned or a Stepford Wives smile.
Okay. Hey, they're like beckoning me now. Blisco, how fast can you put your rifle together?
Done.
Okay, I'm gonna go see what they want.
Yeah, I guess let's all go.
Well, let's
you're
leave
all gonna
Blisco
go.
up here. No, you guys stay here. I just
All right.
Blisco can cover me. Well, you know what? Why doesn't Valentino come with me? Everybody else stay up here.
Okay.
Okay. Let's.
So you go downstairs, and sure enough, there is the innkeeper. He's just, again, the minute that your feet appear or that you can see him, his eyes are deadlocked right on you guys. And as you come down the stairs, his body continues to turn and follow you as you walk out the front of the hotel.
God, this is disturbing.
Doing great. Great service.
Excellent.
Yep, I'll walk over to the girl and the mom.
Yeah, the girl and the mom do not separate hands. There are people that stop and look at you oddly in the street. Like, why are you all stopping right here? You're blocking, pedestrian traffic. And the little girl speaks to you in Finnish, but well, actually, she doesn't speak to you in Finnish. She speaks to you in a language that you've never heard before, but you can completely understand exactly what she says. And she says to you, Carlos, welcome. We are glad that you're part of us now.
Part of what?
You know. And she raises her hand and shows you her palm.
Oh, I see. What is that?
It is warmth. It is good. It is light.
Okay. Does it have a name?
We call it Mother.
Okay.
When you sleep, you will become more connected with Mother. You should sleep now.
I'll look over and see if Valentino understands what she's saying.
Valentina, you have no idea what this crazy little girl and her mother are saying. This sounds like the craziest gibber. You would swear, because you come from the South, that she is speaking in tongues.
What language are they speaking?
You can't understand what they're saying?
You understand it as perfectly clear, whatever your common language is, your most known language.
It's probably English.
Yeah.
No, sounds like gibberish to me, but.
Okay. All right. Well, thanks for letting me know. You guys take it easy.
Yes. Yes. And make sure you share Mother's love with your friends.
Well, we'll see.
You are all welcome into the light.
Okay. Wave again, and go back towards the hotel.
Yeah, the little girl kind of walks away, leading her mother like she's the one in control, and the mother just kind of walks along with a smile on her face.
Okay, I head back to the room. The bad news is that I think I consumed some amount of that fungus, and now I'm somewhat connected to it. The good news, I'd say, pulling out 2 copies of The King in Yellow, so the fungus is going to have to fight Hastur for me. So,
hey, what's that? Can I read that?
No.
Oh,
I
guess
there's
we
nothing
all
here
got
but
our own.
There's nothing here but these funny books.
Well, enjoy those funny books. They'll do you a lot better in the long run, I guarantee.
Yeah. We don't know half this stuff is racist yet.
Oh, you know.
We know. No, we know. Anyway, they said it has something to do with sleep, so maybe we continue to sleep in shifts and somebody watches me. I don't think that's what we've been seeing out the window is they're looking for me. So take that, Valentino.
Yeah, we all got our weird friends, I guess.
Yeah, more and more it seems. So yeah. I mean, I'm not that worried about it.
Okay, so you don't want like a extra thermos of coffee or something?
I think that here's the thing.
Yeah.
With the book that I'm reading, I tried to evade it, but I can't. So I figure I might as well go at it trying to sort out what's happening with it. So I'm going to take the same approach with this. I'm not going to lose sleep over it unless I determine that that's actually the best course of action. And, if I go to sleep once and it turns me into a fungus monster, you guys can just shoot me with the ray gun.
If it's a sleeping thing, do you want to try and meet up in the Dreamlands?
Let's do that after I've had a night's sleep with this going on. Just in case.
Okay. It is still the afternoon, so it's like by the time you're done with your 1 hour shift, Carlos, it's 1 p.m. Helsinki time.
Yeah. All right. I think that none of that hubbub from earlier with we're pretty sure that was a yith, right? None of that seems to be spilling this way, and now we know why random members of the public are looking in this direction. So I think we're probably good to split back into our groups. Let's just reconvene before bedtime, unless somebody else has something they want to do in Helsinki. I'm good to lay low.
What time is our ride?
8 a.m. tomorrow, so a lot of time to waste.
Mm-hmm.
I guess, yeah, let's just go back to our rooms, and if somebody wants to go out, just make sure everybody knows and that you take someone with you.
Mm-hmm.
Does anyone want to go try and get some other food?
I don't know about food, but I might possibly need some supplies for the medical kit.
Your medical kit's full.
Am I full?
If you want to go out, that's fine.
I mean, that's as good, like a good narrative reason to go out.
Sure.
It's like, oh, I need to blah, 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 even if the kid is
I'm going to look and see if there's anything terribly, terribly poisonous.
So who is in the north room with the window?
I will take one of the rooms without a window.
Okay, so would you rather center or south?
I'll take the center one.
Okay. Who wants to room with Carlos?
Do we want to keep the two of us separate so as I don't accidentally slip in?
Yeah. So Blisco can take
separate as possible.
How about we go Blisco and Valentino in the room with the window?
Okay, so that's the north one.
Yeah. And then I'll be in the center one with Doc, and then we'll have Valentino's crew in the other one.
Okay.
That sounds workable.
All right, meat shields in the south. Sounds good. Okay. And so what? Blisco and Doc are going out?
Yeah. But this always goes so badly.
I know. This is the pairing that ends up the worst.
This always goes really badly, but like we don't ever directly hear about it. So like I don't know that in character we should be like, well, maybe the two of you shouldn't go out together. Like I feel like the rest of us just eventually catch up with you guys, and you guys are like, oh, we're like a little tired, and then we hear about an international incident like 2 weeks later.
in the newspapers a couple days
Yeah.
now.
Right.
Yeah, but
We're not. But
I'm
we're
sure.
Finland.
I'm sure by now the audience is looking forward to this, so I'm not going to stop it.
All right. So, what are you guys wanting to do when you go out and about? None of you speak Finnish, correct?
Nope.
Nope.
Okay.
But I do speak Greek, and we heard a girl speaking Greek. And because of that, it is my assumption that people might speak Greek, because that was a Greek speaker we heard.
Where did you hear this at?
We made a common people reference, which includes a girl from
Oh,
Greece.
okay. All right.
We were there. It happened.
We do have a couple of extra languages between the two of us, so we can.
Not a common couple, mind you, but a couple.
I mean, English is the common.
Yeah, but
Is English the common one yet?
For the sake of this game, yes.
Okay.
I mean, for the two of us, though, the way we speak English is really different. I'm just saying.
So, what are you guys trying to do?
He wants some food. I want to see if there's the possibility of
making sure his first aid kit is good to go.
Possibly looking for something that might be instantly fatal in case we have to kill our boss. I mean, if Dutch is corrupt, I don't want.
All right, so you guys are walking around aimlessly because you can't read any of the signs or languages. But at one point, Doc, you see something that you think is an apothecary.
I mean, it's got a caduceus. I don't know if it says RX, but that's a caduceus. So I think that's probably an apothecary.
Sure.
So I'm going to enter the PAS apothecary.
Yeah, so you go into this place and it's got dried herbs hanging from the ceiling. There's weird smells coming around. Sometimes it smells like maybe is that a sweet smell of rotten meat, or is that cloves or something? And this place is packed with like weird things. Like you're pretty sure you see severed animal's hand in a jar. You're pretty sure that you see several like rabbit's feet. In fact, there is one rabbit that's completely skinned over by the front window.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a little old lady at the counter. Behind her is just this giant cabinet of drawers, big drawers, little drawers. This thing must be like 8 feet long by 8 feet high.
Oh, wow.
Little labels on all the little drawers.
Mm-hmm. I will approach her. Sprechen Sie Greek?
She just looks at you and shakes her head.
Do you speak any English?
I do speak some English, yes.
Thank you. My name is Nikolaus. Can you tell me about your establishment here?
She just looks at you.
I don't care what your name is. This is my place of selling herbs and special potions, salves.
Does she have any visible corruption stuff? Any like
insight and observation will tell.
All right. I'm good at that. Except when I'm not. I shall use a momentum, please.
All right.
And I am inciting her. Oh, good. 1 success. Yay.
Yeah. Well, on a 2 success, you do not notice any markings on her.
Okay.
Why are you staring at me like that?
I'm sorry. I've noticed some strange lesions, and I didn't know if you had any type of tincture or something that might work to maybe fight them off. The
What
black
kind of a
patches?
legion?
The black patches on people's skin?
She just stares at you for a long time. Roll me a persuasion plus will.
Okay.
We'll do a D2 on this.
Two
Hey,
successes.
three successes, and a complication.
Hmm.
She looks you up and down, and she says, "You are Ukrainians
Not
Who speak
originally.
English? Do you not have the crawling fungus in the Ukraine?
I've never encountered it, no.
Very interesting.
and she shuffles away from the counter, and she goes to a big book that is on a pedestal on the other side of on her side of the counter, and she slowly pulls out a pen in her. I mean, she's ancient, and she flips a page, runs her fingers down a list, flips a page, runs her fingers down a list, and then she dips her pen into some ink and slowly writes something that you cannot see from where you're at into the book. She blots it dry, and then she closes the book, and she wanders back to the counter and to you.
What is your interest in the crawling fungus?
I'm afraid that one of my friends may have a touch of it, and I wanted to see if we could treat it.
How much do you care for your friend?
He's a very good friend.
He won't be for long, I'm afraid.
That bad, huh?
Well, it depends. Do you want to stay with your friend?
Yes?
Then you should sleep, and you too will be infected with the black fungus.
So you're saying there's no other way?
Oh, I didn't say that. The best way to take care of it is with fire. When the Legion first appears, you must burn it off of him, but it usually kills. Usually.
Is there anything I can do to keep it from killing?
You can just leave it be, but he will not be your friend. He will join whatever it is. I've heard the word mother, but I don't know. If I see it, I stay away from it. Only those who have...
And she points to her head and taps to her head.
Have had problems with the brain are most susceptible to seeing it and experiencing it.
It's been very helpful, thank you.
Yes. You're not going to buy anything? You just came in here and harassed an old lady for information, pumping her, and you don't buy anything from my store? You know how many people come and don't come to my store every day? Who don't
Does she
buy
have any
things because they want to get pills and in medicine in little pill form?
candies or
You
anything
came in
around?
here.
Is there what?
Is there anything here that's not like explicitly medicine? Like she has some candies on the counter or something?
It looks to be like some kind of a jar of what looks like honey.
Mm.
Is this honey, ma'am?
Yes. Why?
I'll take that.
Hmm.
And she takes the honey from you, and she wanders down to the opposite end of the counter, and she pulls out a piece of paper, and she wraps it up and ties it with a piece of string, and she comes back, and
That will be 2 monies, please.
Hand her the monies.
and she bites the coin that you give her.
Yes, well. Is there anything else I can help you gentlemen with?
Is there anything that I recognize as having...
Oh, sure. You see all sorts of things. There's some turmeric. There's some witch hazel. There looks to be some kind of a garland wreath of like garlic and onions hanging up. There is some ginger root. There is some licorice extract. There is something that looks like some kind of a greasy paste in a jar that may be a salve of some kind. It smells bad. It smells like a mentholatum, but I don't know if they know what mentholatum is back then.
I will buy 4 of the things that I recognize.
You don't have to. Just because I yelled at you.
That's exactly why I have to, ma'am.
Good.
And she takes the items. She wraps them up in paper and ties them with a string.
That will be 8 monies.
I give her 8 monies.
Would you also like to buy any Death Blossom?
Death Blossom?
Yes, when your friend dies, you might want to give him a nice send-off with Death Blossom.
Yes, that sounds lovely.
Okay, you know this is like Nightshade. As soon as she takes it out of a drawer behind her in one of those mini things, you know that this is like the most potent form of Nightshade. And that if you were to give this to Carlos, it would kill him instantly.
Okay. So if I do need to kill him instantly, I will keep that in mind. If I don't need to kill him instantly, I will keep it somewhere else.
She hands you another wrapped package.
That will be 2 monies.
I give her 2 monies. Thank you, madam. You've been very helpful.
I suppose. I'm sorry for your friend.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Rob, is there anything you want to do in this store besides buy some honey in a jar that looks like honey?
Blisco's just out looking for a dinner and grabbing some honey and probably a loaf of bread from wherever he can find a loaf of bread. Seems like a reasonable dinner.
Okay, but you didn't want to say anything to the old lady?
Not specifically.
Besides, okay, all right. So you guys leave and you wander around, and sure enough, there's a bakery, and you're able to buy a loaf of bread from the baker. He's got a nice big black splotch on his cheek. And then you're able to go find a butcher nearby, and the meat looks clean. You, of course, you can buy the raw meat if you would like to get some raw meat. And then there is like dried meats, hard dried meats like a salamis kind of meats, prosciuttos, that kind of thing. This place, the butcher also sells a variety of cheeses, most of them smelly.
Smelly cheese is the best cheese.
Yeah, we'll grab some of the dried meats and maybe a little bit of the cheeses and
Okay.
decent loaf of bread.
Yeah, that'll cost you all of that 1 monies.
Sounds good.
Okay. Then what? What are you doing then?
Heading back.
All right. How about a stealth plus coordination?
Hey,
you guys have armfuls of packages now. Stealth plus coordination D2.
I'll use a momentum on this because we've got plenty to spare.
Yeah. Hey,
get it back.
Get one back. Yep.
2 successes.
Hey, very good. Yeah, you guys are able to walk down the street. You see more Nazi soldiers than you're comfortable with. You see a Black Sun agent or two, but because of all the packages you're carrying, they don't seem to see you, and you continue on your journey. Meanwhile, back in the hotel room, Valentino, you are in the north room by yourself. What are you doing?
Probably just mostly tucking into a book, keeping an eye out the window.
Okay. Every once in a while, you'll see, bodies stop and look up. And the book you're reading is all in Finnish. You do have a spell book with you.
Yeah, probably what I'll be looking at mostly.
Okay. Yeah, this thing is creepy AF. This thing has like diagrams of like body parts and stuff. Of course, it's all in Russian, but the pictures and the illustrations are nightmarish. The more that you delve into it, can you do me a will plus resilience, please?
Oh boy. Okay.
D2.
Take a momentum if you need it.
Yeah, I think I will. Just on
All
the
right.
safe side. And well, I'm resilient. Oh darn it! 2 successes and a
Oh, 2
complication.
successes and a complication. All right. You will take. This book is creepy, man. This is something definitely that Seraph should be reading. This is kind of above your magic pay grade, and you take 2 mental stress from just the horrific imagery that is coming down the pipe in this book.
All righty.
Well,
Carlos, what do you?
Page 2.
Yeah, basically, yeah. Carlos, what are you doing?
I'm getting into these comics.
Okay.
I was
Yeah.
like, how did I
why
not
don't
see
you-
this when we first got here?
Will plus resilience, please.
Can I use my talent?
No,
Okay, then I'll spend a momentum.
these will be all effects related to the
Okay.
to the creeping chaos.
Okay, I'll spend a momentum then.
Okay.
1 success.
Ooh, 1 success. All right. As you start to drift into your funny books, every once in a while, as Tintin is walking down a street, you think that you see a tentacle just kind of dash out and back into the in the panel of the comic books.
Right, as though it had been drawn there.
Yeah, when you look again, it's not there. And every once in a while, you hear a "Mother wants you to come. Mother wants you to come."
Great.
Also, roll me an observation plus insight D2.
1 success.
Ooh, 1 success. All right. Yeah, that's what happens while you're there. Is there anything else that you're doing for the next couple of hours?
Not really. Just trying to keep my mind off of it.
Yeah, that ringing though continues. It's kind of annoying, and every once in a while you hear that mother is calling.
Yeah.
All right, Doc and Blisco, you come back to the hotel, and sure enough, there's the clerk. He's just standing behind the desk, and as you guys walk through, his whole body kind of shifts and just stays locked right on you guys as you walk through the lobby and up the stairs.
Do we see any of the black spots on him at all?
Observation and insight, please.
Let's. Yeah. Difficulty?
Let's go with 2.
Yeah, I'll snag a momentum for this.
All right.
After listening to the old lady, I kind of want to be a little more wary of this than I normally would be.
Okay.
3 successes.
Oh, hey, 3 successes. Great.
And
Yeah,
3 for me too.
And okay, so that'd be 7 total because I didn't know you used a momentum there. So you've got 7 momentum. Sure enough, as you're walking through, you guys suddenly notice for the first time, kind of right on the thinning, receding hairline of the clerk, you notice a black splotch, and it's kind of spreading out. Its little tendrils are spreading out and kind of starting to creep down his forehead, like little veins under the skin.
Iska blay. Airline hey arch blay.
Huh?
You can't tell me you don't speak pig Latin.
He does not know Latin.
Yep, that's not on his sheet.
I feel
like
like
once-
pig Latin is a cantrip that everybody should get.
Once we're up the stairs and out of his earshot, I will talk about the splotch on his hairline.
Like, I don't know what the hell you're saying, but did you notice that splotch on the guy?
Yeah. It's like, what are you... Did you have some other problems?
No, but never mind. The clerk, splotch on his head.
Oh, yeah. Saw that. That's probably not great, right?
No.
It's... well, you're rooming with Dutch, so let him know and I'll Tell Valentino.
All right, so you pass the first room, then you get to the southern room, and then you get to the central room. And Doc, you break off and you go into the central room, and there's Carlos sitting on bed reading comic books. And then Blisco, you continue to the north room, and you open it up, and there's Valentino looking out into the street and reading a creepy spell book. He seems to be kind of agitated.
Does he even notice me enter?
Blisco, do you notice him enter? I mean, Valentino, do you notice him enter?
I'm going to say no.
Okay. No, you do not.
I'll set my food down, then walk up and nudge him.
Yeah, what? Hi.
Hey,
let's go.
Stuff for sandwiches.
Hey, thank you. Yeah, this book's something else.
Maybe we should leave the book alone until we get back.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
We don't need another extra thing happening.
Fair. I don't know. I was just wondering if I could find anything useful in there, but yeah, I think that's good call. Let's just put it away for now.
Yeah. And then I'll tell him about the I'll start making sandwiches and tell him about the conversation we had with the old lady.
Doesn't bode well. Who knows? Maybe we can figure something else out. I don't know.
Well, the fire thing is doable at least.
Yeah, I suppose.
Okay. The afternoon has gotten on. This hotel does not have electricity, but there are oil lamps in the rooms. Doc, you walk in and you see there's Carlos on the bed reading some funny books.
Hey, did you guys find something to eat?
Yeah, Blisco's got some stuff. I think he's going to make some sandwiches. What
That's
are you
good.
eating?
Tintin? I'm not really sure if... I don't know what Snowy's deal is. It's like, is he... is he like a super intelligent dog, or are all dogs supposed to be this smart?
I always kind of felt like it was just inside the dog's brain.
Yeah, I mean, but that's what I'm saying, right? It's like the dog like looks at things and is like, "This looks suspicious," or whatever, you know. And I'm like, well,
I think it's like Crazy Cat. I think we don't know how smart the dog is, but
okay.
Well, I did find a nice little shop with a lady who had some things to say about the creeping something. So
okay.
I've got some ideas. She did give me some indicators. She says the best way to deal with it is fire. And of course, in a worst case scenario, I have something that may at least kind of put things off a little bit.
Okay. Well, I ate it. So I don't know how good that's going to be. Although, since we're here and you were only 2 credits short, you want to do a physical?
Yeah, let's check for any splotches or any type of changes. Are you feeling different? Are you seeing, hearing?
I just hear this there's like this constant buzz in my head.
And it's not just the oil from the lamps.
No, it was like that before. It's pretty much been like this for a few hours. That just like takes off the shirt, stands up, T poses or whatever.
I'll give him the once over. Hit him with a little hammer.
Yeah, let's do a insight plus medicine D2.
Insight plus medicine D2. Wow. It's fun to be me some days.
Yeah.
Okay.
You gotta tell Steven if you're throwing in a momentum though to roll 3 dice or
that is true, yes. Steven, I would like to throw in a momentum to roll 3 dice at this time. 4 successes.
Hey, 4 successes. 2 back. Max momentum. Yeah, you what are you looking for?
I am looking for any obvious splotches, any discoloration. Specifically, I'm going to check, the skin and the sclera.
Carlos is really sweaty, sweatier than you've seen him before. He's really sweaty.
You feeling warm?
Yeah.
You
Figured
don't
these
see
rooms are
any,
stuffy.
you don't see any black splotches, but you do see little red splotches here and there. But for someone who doesn't have a medical degree, this may look just like maybe heat rash or something brought on by all the sweat. And who knows how clean the beds are. You don't see any mites or bed bugs or anything like that could be causing it, but who knows?
Do we have any talcum powder or anything like that? Calamine lotion?
No, I don't think so.
What if I could make some calamine lotion out of one of the things that I got at the store? I don't know.
I don't think so.
She didn't have any cows or any mines. Okay.
Nope.
You may want to try and keep that heat rash a little dry, but I'm not seeing any.
You listen to his picture.
Fungus.
You don't have you probably don't have a stethoscope in your first aid kit, do you?
No, but I can make something up.
You put your ear to his chest, and you can just hear Carlos's heart just going ba-bum, 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 ba-bum.
Is his heart racing really bad?
Oh yeah, that's pretty fast. Yeah.
Feel like your blood pressure's up?
I mean, that would explain the headache and ringing, I guess.
But he does have a heart.
Mother wants you. Yeah, no, he's got a heartbeat. Sure.
Oh yeah. Also, I'm hearing voices.
Oh, that's bad. Okay. Just now?
Yeah, just now.
Okay, so I did.
I've been hearing them for a while, but yes, I heard some again just now.
So definitely some sort of psychokinetic communication, because I didn't hear a thing. Well, she says if you get the black lesions, we can treat them with fire.
Okay.
You still have your lighter?
Yeah.
All right. If you see a lesion, light it on fire.
Okay.
I'm a complete quack, aren't I? Okay.
I mean, one of the things that passed through your head, Doc, when you saw Carlos take off his shirt was, oh, he would make a beautiful corpse that I could try and reanimate.
I mean, I'm just sitting here in awe that all of you are reading these cursed texts, and you've known me for a year. You've seen this happen. If you start feeling compelled by the voices, make sure you let us know.
Okay.
Meanwhile, back in Blisco and Valentino's room, what are you guys doing? Who's looking out the window?
I feel like it's Blisco's turn.
Okay. Yeah, Blisco, you notice an inordinate amount of foot traffic, walking down the street towards a wooded area just outside of town. And you can tell all of these people have some kind of a black marking on their visible bodies. Every probably fifth or sixth person, someone will stop and look up at the window like, where is our friend? And then they will just proceed on.
I'm pointed out to Valentino.
Yeah, I guess they're probably looking for Dutch. I think we just need to ignore them. Just keep an eye out.
What about
Carlos? Roll me a will plus resilience, please.
Okay. I'm gonna spend a momentum.
Make this one we're gonna make this a D3.
Okay. 2 successes.
2 successes. All right. You have this urge to go to mother's. Mother is calling you, and you have this urge to go to her.
Hey, Doc.
Yeah.
I've got a real urge to head in roughly that direction right now.
That direction?
Yeah. Like it's
Hmm.
like putting his shirt back on, putting his coat on.
You know, if you go, that it will be warm and good, and there will be lots of light.
Yeah. Feeling very strongly about it.
All right, we need to circle the wagons. We need to gather the troops. Can you? Let's go to their room.
Okay.
Who's
Go to the room. Valentino and Blisco.
Oh, okay. All right.
I will bang on the door.
I'll go get the door.
We got a
Hey.
complication.
What's that?
Dutch?
I'm heading out.
You're leaving?
Well, I'd like to. Oh, sandwich.
Here you go.
Yeah, have a sandwich.
Oh, have a
Dutch
bite of a
is-
sandwich.
Dutch is feeling highly compelled to walk that way, and we don't know why.
I'm assuming he
And
indicates
of course
in the direction of the
He's
forest.
indicating exactly the same
Yeah.
direction that you've seen people
Like-
marching.
Doc points roughly in that direction, and like Dutch will like reach out, grab at Doc's wrist, and like move his hand slightly to point directly at the forest.
Yeah.
That's not great. The other infected are headed that way.
Oh, that makes sense. Is
The
this
lady
honey?
said fire was the cure, right?
She said fire is how you could deal with it, yeah. Are we burning down a forest?
You were thinking the same thoughts as me.
A lot of green wood in the spring forest in Finland.
Means it'll be extra smoky.
Oh man, Carlos, you really, really, really want to go.
All right, are we going to do this?
The other
Well,
option
Dutch-
is tie up Carlos.
Dutch usually makes these decisions. I feel like we should follow him. We should follow his urges and see what it is, because
Should
Yeah, we should
procure
follow.
some, gas cans on the way.
if we
I don't
bring
think
the
there's any
X1,
place to get. Yeah, bring everything.
if we bring the X1, we should be able to start a fire pretty easily.
Yeah.
That thing sets everything on fire.
Anyway, when you guys figure it out, you can catch up.
Wow.
I'm gonna stick on Dutch.
Yeah,
So am I.
we're gonna follow him.
All right, who is all going?
I
You
guess
bringing
the
your
whole
boys?
crew will. Yeah. Hey, fellas. Things
You
going
knock on the door. You knock on the door, and there is no answer.
Open the door.
Yeah, you open the door, and the room's kind of in chaos, and no one is there.
Oh boy. Let's see if we can find him in the woods.
The four of you go down the stairs, and you see the clerk. He has come out from behind the counter, and he's looking at you. Good evening, gentlemen. And then he looks at you, Carlos, and you think you hear him say, "We're about to leave," but you don't hear him say that. You
Right.
think he says, "We're about to leave."
Yeah, so he says nothing. Carlos, like Dutch, looks at him and says, "Yeah, I heard."
Heard what?
Huh? Oh, he said we're leaving.
And at that moment, the door behind the clerk's desk open, and out come Harold and Jerome. And they have black fungus all on their necks.
Oh, no.
Hey, fellas, we're going to go see Mother, and you're coming with us.
That's the plan.
Good. We like plans. Mother is good. Mother's warm. Mother is light.
Lead the way, fellas.
How do they get infected?
And the answer to that is 2 more people walk out from from the area behind the clerk's desk where Harold and Jerome emerged from. And these are big, brutish guys. It's pretty clear that they busted into the room and forced them.
Eat this.
Yeah, pretty much.
Ugh.
Ooh, this is going to be special. We have a new emergence coming. And he's, whatever it's called when you tap all of your fingers together, like excellent kind of way.
Mr. Burnsing, I believe is what that's called.
Yes. Yeah. What did you call it, Rob?
Steepling?
Yeah. Let's go. And everybody kind of walks out the front door to join a line of other people with the marks on them, all walking. Some of them have like torches, not flashlights, but lit torches. And there are some people on the street that are just like, what in the heck is this? And they're getting off of the street and going inside because they've heard what happened in Germany and Poland. And they're like, is this some, secret invasion weird thing that's happening? And so people are kind of clearing out of the streets. You hear the lighthouse down by the piers going off, and you can all see kind of fog starting to roll in, and more people join in. There's more torches that are lit. And Carlos, as you're walking, you feel something grab your hand.
What is it?
It's a little girl.
Oh, hey.
Do you say that out loud?
Yeah.
Yeah, and she just looks at you and smiles. And her other hand, she's holding her mother's hand. This is the same little girl you saw earlier.
Mhm.
And in your mind, you hear her say, I'm so glad you're joining us. You are going to be one of us. And it will be good because mother is good.
Yeah, no, I mean, let's check it out at least.
And is that out loud or thought?
Yep.
Okay. You guys, the rest of you see Carlos take the hand of a little girl, and you hear him say what he said out loud.
So I begin.
But the little girl didn't say anything.
I begin creating an injection out of that extremely potent nightshade, just in case.
Okay. One of the, I don't know if it's Harold or Jerome, Valentino, but he, for some reason, has procured a lit torch, and he hands it to you.
Yeah, thank you.
It'll be better when you join us.
All right.
Don't worry. It's warm and it's good.
Yeah, sounds great.
You all continue to march out into the woods, and it's quite a ways because you are in a town. You're in a city, but by the time you get out into the woods, it has certainly gotten dark, and there are probably 100 people, maybe 200 people that are just in this gathering mass in the woods. And you all stop at a tree, and the tree is this gnarled old tree. It looks like it has been there since before time began. It is gnarled and black, and it's got like spongy stuff all over it. And Valentino, it looks like there's some black drippy stuff, like some kind of a black sap running down the side of the tree. And there's just this big circle of people all standing there, and they're all just eyes, all 200 people, Carlos, all their eyes are just locked right on you as you approach.
Hi. Sorry we're late.
And then as you get closer, the tree looks like it's moving a little bit. And like the branches that look like arms and fingers start to stretch up and tall. And this isn't a tree. This is some kind of a creature of some kind covered in this black stuff that you guys know as these lesions that you have been seeing. Harold and Jerome grab Carlos, and they drag him before the crowd, and they rip off his shirt. Now, you guys are all still close enough to Carlos to see what's going on. And Carlos, you're standing there. Your shirt has been ripped off, kind of like in a Doc Savage way.
Yeah.
And your arms are being held by Harold and Jerome, and you're surrounded by all of these people before a giant tree that appears to be moving, and you can kind of feel warm. And the tree isn't scary for you because the tree is good, and there's some lights coming from the top of the tree, almost like warm, kind eyes, and you know that this is Mother.
Can't run to shoot the tree, Blisco.
Kill the
Lynn's
tree.
X1.
So hold on. As you're surrounded by 200 people, so just keep that in mind too. As Carlos is standing there, his back is towards you. You notice, Doc, right on the base of his spine, you start to see a black patch appear. Valentino has a torch. Other people around you have a torch.
I'm going to grab a torch and I'm going to kill it with fire.
All right. If you would, let's see if you can first grab the torch. If you would, let's do an agility and fighting. If you're just going to grab it from a rando.
I'm going to grab it from the smallest looking rando. I would like to use a momentum.
Okay.
Intentionally
I'll
this
give
time.
you three dice.
3 successes.
Hey, very good. You succeed in grabbing a torch. What are you going to do next?
I'm going to leap up and burn the corruption off of him.
off of Carlos?
Off of Dutch, yes.
Okay. All right. If you would, another hand to hand. There is no defend on this one, Carlos. It is just whether Doc can hit 2 successes on the hand to hand.
Yeah.
And again, this is a serious situation. I will use a momentum.
Okay.
Because I am desperate and 2 successes.
Oh. Hey, very good. You just ram that torch, big orange fireball on the end of that torch. You ram it into the back of Carlos. And when you do, Carlos, you feel such immense pain. This is burning and fire, and it is no good. And suddenly the warmth you feel is not the warmth you were feeling from Mother, but the warmth of being burned. And you can tell that something bad is happening, and the light is bad. And you take 1, 2, 3, 4 physical damage from burning.
Okay.
And suddenly the voice that was in your head is going away, and the ringing in your ears is subsiding. I'm going to guess you're probably still sweating because you just took a lot of burn damage.
Yeah.
And you can hear, in fact, everybody in the party and all the people surrounding all hear the Mother kind of scream this really high pitch. And all of the people around all are like, and they're grabbing their ears and screaming in pain. And even Harold and Jerome are screaming in pain, and they let go of you for a moment, Carlos.
Ow, ow, ow.
Can I take this opportunity to shoot the tree?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead. This is going to be, because this is a giant creature, this is a D4.
Am I able to aim?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. I will aim. I will spend a momentum to get... I will spend 3 momentum to get 2 extra dice, so I'll have 3 extra dice total.
Okay.
Yeah.
Doesn't your thing let you spend 0 on a momentum for a...
That's for his aim ability.
Yeah. So I'm rolling 5 dice at this to get the 4 successes.
Okay, so he's getting a freebie and he's buying a freebie.
No, yeah, I'm getting a freebie and I'm buying 2 more.
2 more. Got it.
Yeah.
Kill it.
Your momentum went to 5 down to 2.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
5 successes.
Hey, 5 successes. All right, you get 1. You get 2 back. You unleash with, what are you shooting? Prototype X1 or 2 or whatever it is? So you unleash with prototype X1. Let's roll some damage.
Ooh. 5 plus Pierce 3.
Okay.
Or
So
Pierce 6. Excuse me. It has Pierce, and I added
yeah,
Pierce.
you light this thing up, and just this blue ray shoots out of the front of your zap gun, and it arcs across the clearing, and it strikes Mother right in her trunk, and there's sparks and fire and flame just bursting out everywhere. Mother is on fire, and she is screaming, and all of the people are screaming, and you notice that some of them have dropped to the ground in pain, but Doc, they are not moving. Others like Harold and Jerome are just writhing in pain and holding their heads, going, "Mother, no! Mother, no! Mother, no!" And Mother reaches out with one of her big branches, and she swipes out in blind panic at all of you. So everybody is going to have to roll an agility and fighting.
I think
I'll
I'll take a
I'll,
momentum.
yeah, I'll spend a momentum too.
Okay.
But only one success.
Okay, so it looks like everybody only has one success.
Ooh, 2 successes and a complication.
Yeah, 2 successes and a complication. So there are 2 complications in this whole thing. Doc, Mother swings at you. Mother swings at you, and she is able to just her tree branches, her fingers are super, super sharp, and so they snare you. And when I look at this, what is it? You suddenly feel a lot of warmth and good injecting into your body, and so you are going to take 6 damage. You take 6 damage, and you are you take 6 damage. Of course, one will go
my
through.
Stress of the last game have cleared?
Nope, but you do
So
probably have. You probably do have
Could have at
armor.
least 1 armor.
I do have armor. I have 2 armor.
Okay.
So you only take 4.
Yeah, so you only take 4 damage.
Okay. So I'm not down. I'm just incredibly badly wounded.
Brian, for you got 2 successes, so you're able to dodge this. But unfortunately, your 2 meat shields just get caught up in the flames as Mother is swinging across you, and they catch fire, and they're just twisting on the ground in flame and pain and agony, and they're screaming, "Mother, do not abandon us," as they choke and die. You have lost your 2 meat shields.
Oh no.
Blisco and Carlos, you each take 1 physical damage of the tree branch as it's the flaming tree branch as it's flying by. You could be fire damage if you like. If you want to flavor it that way, but I think your armor soaks that up.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Doc is gone. Blisco is gone. We've got Valentino and Dutch.
Am I
You are free.
okay.
You're naked.
Lucid?
And you've got a big old and you've got a big old burn on your back that will probably leave a scar.
Sure. Okay. I will. I'm guessing some torches have been dropped.
Yeah, torches have been dropped.
Okay. I'll grab one and run up and try to jam another torch at the tree.
Yeah, let's. How about you throw the torch at the tree and do a ranged attack? So
Okay.
coordination and fighting.
Let me.
2 momentum.
Yeah. I will. See, coordination, fighting.
And you also have. Looks like you have 2 fortune.
Yeah, I'm going to spend a fortune.
All right.
I'm going to spend a momentum and a fortune. Yeah.
Yeah, this is your big heroic moment.
Yeah. So Dutch will pick up a a torch and say, "See, this is why you should do like a background check before you let people into your family." Like throw the torch. Just being like, I could have probably come up with something better, but oh well. Throw the torch.
Wow,
Four
so what is
successes.
that? 4 successes. So you will get 2 back. So that gives you 3 momentum. Sure enough, that torch arcs through the air, tumbling in slow motion. Everybody is looking. Valentino is looking. Doc is looking at it. Blisco has lowered his gun in slow motion and is looking at it. The little girl who was holding your hand, her face starts to melt off, and you can see she is nothing but a giant fungus creature underneath there. And the torch lands square right into the place where you could have swore you saw Mother's eyes, and you may roll 5 dice worth of damage.
So you get to add insider brawn or.
Yep, he does. He gets ranged attack damage, so that would be insight on success on that.
That's a whole 6 dice then.
Nice.
3 and 3 effect.
Yeah, Mother just continues to light up even more, and she's screaming, and there's people on the ground that appear to be like waking up, and what you thought you saw, black fungus on their face before, there is nothing, and they seem like suddenly lucid, like what the heck is going on? Where am I? And they just are running out of the woods. There are some people who are still infected, who are on fire, and they are running around in madness, and little bits and pockets of the trees are catching on. Some dry brush from the wintertime is catching. There is just pandemonium and chaos as Valentino is about to go.
Yeah, seeing the little girl melt into a fungus monster, I don't know. I like that. I'm going to jam my torch into that.
Okay, go ahead. So we will do hand-to-hand on this one.
All right. I think I'm going to spend another momentum.
All right.
And
hey, very good.
And a complication again.
Very, very good. So you did beat, but there is a complication. You did beat the little girl. You put that torch right into her, fungus face, and she just kind of starts to burn and smoke and wail, and she lights up like a Roman candle with, flame shooting way high. She has let go of the woman's hand she was holding, and that woman turns towards you and says, "What have you done?" And she tries to do a hand-to-hand attack on you, Valentino.
So roll again.
Yep.
All right. 1 success.
Okay, you beat her, so you're able to dodge out of the way, and we are back at the top of the round.
So is the woman the only one who is at this point behaving aggressively?
Oh, no, people, I mean, if there were other people near you, they would probably also be coming towards you. But right now, it's just pandemonium and chaos as people are running all the way around. Other people are on the ground, writhing in pain. Some of them have already died. It is complete chaos. Imagine, a fire breaks out in a circus and everybody's trying to get out. That kind of pandemonium is going on.
So Valentino was just attacked by the lady who had the fun guy.
Yeah, the little girl attached to her. Yeah.
Okay. And she is still attacking Valentino.
I mean, she took a swing at him. She missed,
okay.
But,
There's a shotgun in my coat.
I will let you attempt to shoot, but as you pull out your shotgun, you hear the words of the little old lady. Fire seems to be the way to beat it.
Oh yeah, hey Beavis. Do I see any torches within grabbing distance?
Oh yeah, there's lots of things on fire at this point.
Cool. I'm gonna see if I can grab a torch or two. Mm-hmm. Maybe I can light her up.
Okay. Coordination and fighting. Or okay. I'm sorry, agility and fighting. Hey, 1 success and a complication. Sure enough, you take a swing at her and miss. But the path that you guys came down, because you're swinging so hard, the torch flies out of your hand, and the path behind you that led you into this clearing catches fire.
Hmm.
So your way is blocked. Mother rises up, and you see her hands rise into the air, and she's shaking and shuddering. And even though this is springtime, there were leaves all over this tree, gnarly black leaves. And as she is shaking, these leaves kind of break loose from Mother. And wait a minute, those aren't leaves; those are some kind of bug-like locust that start rising and flying into the air. Everybody give me a will plus resilience.
Oh no.
This is gross.
Difficulty?
D2.
Mm. Oh.
Can I use my talent?
Yes. Because this is an intimidation, fear kind of thing.
Okay.
Whoa, sweet 2.
Okay.
2 successes.
1 success.
All right. Brian and Carlos are not affected by this. Blisco and Doc, this horrific sight as these black locust-like creatures detach from Mother and swarm up into the foggy night is pretty frightening sight, knowing that the spread will continue. You each take 3 mental stress.
Okay.
All right.
Courage can soak.
Yes.
That's not too bad then. To take a mental.
I get 2 stress back.
It's not quite how that works, but sure.
She is engulfed in flames.
It's still a
She's-
D4 to hit her.
Uh-huh. You have 2 momentum.
Yep.
Do we want to shoot the swarm?
No.
I definitely don't want to try and shoot the swarm. That seems just asking to cause more problems. I will aim and spend a momentum to get 4 dice on this one.
Okay. You could give me a threat and get another dice. Use up all your momentum and give me a threat and get 5 dice again.
I'm okay.
He really wants that threat,
All right.
you guys.
I
gotta
really want
use
to
it
leave
this
some
time.
extra momentum for anybody
Damage.
and damage.
Okay. Yeah, D4.
Aim, slam.
Hey, 4 successes. Very
Hey.
good.
5
What about
successes.
that 2? Is that 5 successes?
Yep.
All right. What about that 6? Oh, 5 would be the highest. I guess.
Yeah.
Skills kept
My
out
fighting
of
is 4. So
Yeah. Okay. 1 momentum back. Roll some damage. Use the rest of that momentum for damage.
do I want to?
Yeah, go for it.
You
Well,
want to.
We'll add in the
Just because
2
you've got
extra
the
dice.
piercing going and everything, so
That's fair.
It's momentum.
Hey, very good.
6
You
and 4 effect, so 8 pierce.
describe what happens.
I'm assuming it's dead.
Yeah, this is the
Okay.
shot. This is the kill shot.
Yeah, the gun flares up, and cracks the tree that Mother is occupying. Whatever into as both ends engulf in flames and crash down.
Yeah, she just lights up and just you hear this one last shrill shriek into the night and just chars to a crisp. Still burning, no movement. Any of the people that are not dead, not on fire, and who have been not had their skin melted off to turn into fungus creatures, they all seem to wake up, quote unquote, from whatever's happening and being scared of what's going on in this clearing with fire. Again, they just all scatter into the woods. And as that shrill shriek of Mother starts to fade, you can hear the shrill sound of fire trucks coming up the lane to put out whatever fire is going on. There are dead bodies all around, and there are the 4 of you standing there. Yeah.
Too bad we can't stay.
Yeah, let's get out of here.
Yep.
Carlos, if you would, roll me 1 more will plus resilience.
do we have any momentum?
There's looks like 2 momentum. Oh no, you have zero
No,
momentum
I
because
was told
Rob
to use
used
all
them
of the
all up.
momentum.
Okay, you spent it.
Yep,
Okay.
Rob used them all up,
I was told to use all of them.
Okay.
and it was a good thing you did because one less wouldn't have made it.
And what am I rolling? Will and resilience.
Will and resilience, yeah.
One success.
No, one success. Oh, mother is no longer there. She is not a comfort to you. You are suddenly so exhausted and you fall to the ground, shirtless, passed out.
Okay.
I'm going to fireman carry Dutch.
Okay. What is that? Agility and strength, or
Brawn.
brawn and
Brawn.
athletics. Sorry,
Brawn and athletics. Well, that should work.
D2.
I'm gonna.
Day 0 success.
I'm gonna try to
attempt-
pick up Dutch.
You attempt, and as you try to carry him out of the woods, you fall multiple times as you're carrying him, and you take 3 physical damage as you get back
Ugh.
to the hotel.
But all 4 of us are back.
Oh yeah, everybody makes it back.
Okay. Is everyone else
Well,
asleep?
not all of you, because
Yeah, we lost 2 men.
two of your companions have gone.
What measure is an NPC?
These guys have names.
Harold and Jerome.
I would like to see about treating Dutch's wounds.
Yeah, sure. How are you going to do that?
I am going to do the healing up check.
Well, what does the healing up check do?
If I want to heal someone, I make a reason plus medicine test at a difficulty of me choosing and heal X worth of stress, where X equals the difficulty of the test.
Okay.
So I figure if he took 4 from burning, were you badly injured before that?
I had 2 physical stress before that. Also, I didn't soak any of the burning damage because I figured it was like.
Okay.
Yeah, you didn't have your shirt on, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're burnt. Yep. Yeah, burnt. I would. We don't have any. We don't have any of the M word, so I'm just going to do a difficulty 2 and see if I can give him back 2.
Okay.
Okay. As I do that, am I allowed to do that for myself so I don't die?
No.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
1 success.
Yeah, you don't hit your target, so this is a pretty bad burn that you have. The only thing that you know that might help is you've heard that honey may have a healing, soothing property that may help, but Carlos is going to have a scar at the lower part of his back. Otherwise, he seems okay. He's passed out. If only you had some honey.
If only I had some honey.
Yeah. Hey, Blisco, what'd you do with all that honey that you got?
I used some of it for sandwiches.
Oh, you used some of it for sandwiches?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I figured I grabbed enough. Like, the stuff I grabbed was all stuff that was going to last a couple of days at least, or infinitely if it's honey.
Yeah, all right.
You can have my honey when you pull it from my cold dead hands.
You know, Doc, that maybe some honey, if you guys have any, might work.
Let's go. We need some honey.
Oh, okay. I'll go grab the honey.
Yeah. When you bring it back into the room and you hand it to Doc, there's clearly a label on it. It's called Chekhov's honey, the best honey. And you're able to apply it to Carlos's body, and even though he's not going to heal any physical damage, this will alleviate any ongoing pain that might come from a burn like this until you guys can get back home.
So you said I can try and heal myself?
No, you cannot. You can't heal yourself.
Well, it says if you try to heal a person, whereas the other skill says if you
you're not a person.
An ally. You heard that, didn't you?
I heard that. I knew it was coming the second you said if you try to heal a person.
If I didn't say it, Rob was going to say it. So.
You're not wrong.
All right. The four of you are all crowded around in Carlos and Doc's room, the central room, hoping for signs that Carlos will wake up. And shortly after applying the honey salve, Carlos wakes up.
Hey guys.
Hey, how you feeling?
Carlos, you feel a great loss, like you have lost a close family member.
I don't know, man. I'm sad.
Oh, sorry to hear that, but I think we're glad to have you back with us.
Okay. Yeah, no, that's good. What's on my back?
My honey.
Oh,
It's a cooling salve.
Yeah, Doc's doing. We assume that maybe he knows what he's doing most of the time.
sure. Where's those other guys?
Nah, they didn't make it.
Oh, that's too bad.
You see the sun starting to peek up over the horizon. It is 7 a.m.
Oh,
Ah,
guys, we got to make our boat.
yeah, let's get going.
You may want to put on a shirt there.
Yeah.
You guys make your way downstairs. There's no clerk behind the counter.
No, he's dead.
Go figure.
You make your way out into the street, and there's a paper that says "massive fire in the woods." Some kind of a spring festival must have been going on, and a fire got out of control. Many people have died. Horrible Helsinki tragedy. But you guys are able to make it. Yeah. You can tell from the headlines and the pictures of charred bodies and this big old gnarled burnt tree that's like burnt to a crisp. You can kind of get the gist of what's going on, and people are a little shocked and dismayed because as you're making your way down to the pier, you can kind of understand that some of the people there probably had friends that died in that horrible spring festival tragedy. And you are able to make it onto a boat, which you've been on before. Surprisingly, this is a schooner yacht, and everybody there that you remember from your adventures through the Mediterranean and beyond, as you were going to Turkey. This is, of course, and now I forgot their names, but everybody who's listening knows.
It's the SS callback.
Yeah. Yep, that's right. And you guys are able to get some bunks as the boat pulls out and takes you back to England. As the fog starts to lift, we see little black flying locusts flying over the wooded countryside, and at one point a giant branch reaches up into the sky, and these things alight onto the branch, and the branch comes back down into the woods, and this is a big, massive, gnarly, fungusy tree, and around the tree are worshipers, and they all say in unison, "Father, we're sorry for your loss." Critical Hit Punch All Nazis is a production of Major Spoilers Entertainment and was produced and edited by me, Steven Schleicher. If you would like to get a behind-the-scenes making of this episode, be sure to check out the GM Roundtable Octoon Cthulhu Edition at our Patreon page, patreon.com/Major Spoilers. Each week I discuss my plans for the upcoming game session, and Dr. Brad Will is there to share his reactions and advice on how to be a better game master. I will warn you, though, there are spoilers galore in every installment of the GM Roundtable Octoon Cthulhu Edition. So, if you don't like spoilers and don't want to know what I'm planning next, don't listen to these episodes. Though, I will say, if you do listen, you'll be able to see how and where the players throw a wrench into my plans, and you're also going to have greater insight into the world that's being built into this campaign. Finally, we want you to record yourself doing your best on Critical Hit and send it to us at podcast@majorspoilers.com and your voice will join the growing chorus of fans in upcoming episodes as well. Thank you again for listening this week, and here's hoping all of your dice rolls are critical hits.
This podcast is copyright 2025 by Major Spoilers Entertainment, LLC.